You know what it is, man. Your boy TrendsetterSense. And of course, this is Chosen Journey. And I have a special guest, Toya Love, in the building.
Yeah,
What's up?
man, I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me
Of
here.
course, a long time in the making. We've been going back and forth on the DMs. And, of course, Chosen Journey is playing Toya Love's music. You're getting
Uh,
all the love and the support going on. And she's finally in the building.
yeah,
How you feeling?
I feel good, man.
Yeah?
I appreciate the invite.
No, come on.
100%.
We lo-
100%. I love what you're doing. Like, I gotta give you your flowers. Like, you're
Oh,
doing
thank you.
great things for the culture, for the space. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Walking
hmm
with God, making me
Me
better.
better. I'm
Yeah.
drinking water. I'm better.
Yes.
Reading this word got me better.
Ooh.
I'm getting better and better. No,
Oh.
yeah, for real, though.
Making me better. That's the song that you just dropped.
Yeah.
Can you just dive into the inspiration behind it and um everything that, got Toya Love going, that she had to give God praise and understanding that all these things are making you better and being an inspiration to others and making them better.
Yeah. So I feel like my music predominantly is to like inspire and encourage because before I didn't know myself before Christ. Like
Mm,
Christ is where my identity lies. So when you know where your identity lies, you can be, you can be confident in what you're doing. It just makes you better. It makes you bolder because like I'm set apart. I'm chosen.
mm.
You know,
Chosen journey.
chosen journey. But it not like really because I've always been short. And I'm a baller. I'm a hooper and everything. So I always felt who laughing in the background. You know what I'm saying? But no, like I always felt like, dang, I gotta go hard because I'm so
Mm,
short, and just things like that. And it
mm,
just made me just have that drive and just walking with God and knowing who you are in Him. You don't have to compromise. You know what I'm saying? You can get the things that you want, and you can have them, and you can have them with peace. You don't
mm,
have to compromise to get it.
mm. Um, so when was the moment where, what was Toya Love, what was her life like before, you were being called by God? Like what was the journey at that point?
So funny. Okay, so I literally thought so when I was in high school, I was gonna play D2, but I was like, I don't want to go there. So then,
Basketball.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basketball. And I always thought I was gonna play in the WNBA. Shout out to Atlanta Dream plug. Nah. But I always thought like sports, and my identity was in that. I
mm,
didn't know. When you're young and you love something, you wrapped up in it. You don't understand how much of your identity is in a thing.
mm.
So when I didn't make the team, they cut me because you know why they cut me?
Why they cut you?
I'm too short. They need short people.
What?
Yeah.
You
So that's
couldn't
why I
have
got
played
short.
point guard?
They said they already had enough. And then that year, everybody got injured on the team. Like all the point guards.
What?
Yeah.
Did you go back out? What
Uh,
happened?
I did it the second time and then I got cut again. And I had the best, like I wasn't missing. So,
Mm,
but it wasn't for me.
mm.
That's the first time I truly felt depression. That's
Okay.
the first time like I just felt down, like didn't want to leave my dorm type thing.
Mm,
And I never felt like that before. And I realized it was because like I'm wrapping my whole life in this sport and I don't know who I am outside of sports. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? I feel like a lot of people they battle with that. Like especially guys, athletes, football players, like what am I after a running back? What am I after a point guard?
Mm.
So it's life after these things where you really feel, you really walking your calling. Because I really didn't think I was gonna be doing this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny you said sports because I actually thought I was going to the NFL, right? And I was the kid that used to score all the touchdowns in the neighborhood. But then
Hey.
yeah, in the neighborhood. But then when I would play high school football, organized, and kids in my school were going to like University of Maryland and Syracuse and Navy and all these D1 schools. I was like, oh no, then nah, that's not it for me. And then I was just only playing kickoff team and in special teams and got cracked a couple times. And
Mm.
yeah, that's when the DJ thing started to that was my second love, was DJing. It's just funny that you said that it was basketball, that your identity was wrapped around that sport. And so after that time when you started after basketball, you realized basketball wasn't it. Um what was the focus? What you were being called by, like, was it like, okay, like, did you grow up in the church, or like when did you have this calling and this motivation to start just living for Christ?
So like literally my whole life I've been in church. Like um my uncle was a pastor,
Mm.
whole family on the choir. You feel me? Like I was playing drums when I was in 6th grade till I went to college. Like I was playing drums for the choir. That's what I mean. Like I just love music.
What school did you go to?
Clemson.
Clemson. Oh,
Go
okay.
Tigers.
Okay.
He Clemson too. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, I know I'm.
Is that
I'm
why you got all the orange and all that?
No, but it works.
Okay,
it works.
I get it.
Yeah. So I actually, when I was at Clemson, this is how I got there. That was like, my basketball coach was like, listen, they gave this rowing scholarship. They have this scholarship to row. And I didn't even know how to swim, right? And when you row, like you in the water.
Yeah.
So then my basketball coach was like, let's just go out there. We drove out there and they gave me a rowing scholarship.
You got a rowing scholarship and you never rowed before?
Never rowed. It couldn't swim. So I had to learn how to swim that summer.
Wow. Yeah. Man, but that's crazy though. That's when you got through school like that.
Yeah, no, I just did it 1 year.
Oh, 1 year. But it paid for 1 year.
Part of it.
Okay.
I ain't gonna even count. I got like a little I got a little, it wasn't full, but yeah, it was helpful. But yeah, like that was a culture shock too, because that's a whole new sport. You walking in, just it was just different. But God, it all led me coming here.
Was there like a moment where you just started diving into scriptures and then it just really started feeding you? I'm just trying to get like break it down.
I think for me, just that moment of depression and that season of just being down and heartbroken. You know how you feel like when your crush just dump. Well, you might not know how to feel. Well, when your crush just dump you and they just leave you on red,
I know how
they
I
don't
feel.
call
What you
you
talking
back.
about?
Okay, well you know how like you just crushed because you really like just crushed. And when I did that, I just really got in my word stronger, deeper. Just really just started to search myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I outside of this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that really got me to the point where I met my homeboy. He was like, come to the studio.
Okay.
And then that's how we got in the studio.
Okay. So was this when you first started like rapping, or were you already rapping, or how was that going?
So, okay, I'm a nerd. Like I love poetry. Like Edgar Allan Poe. Like I love all that stuff. So I used to write poetry. And it really translated into music. And I was like, I did a freestyle. My homeboy was like, bro, you need to take it serious. And he took me to the studio. Now, mind you, I live in the sticks. The closest studio is like an hour and a half in Columbia. You might know Fat Rat. He in Columbia.
Okay.
He do a lot. So I went to his studio. That's the first time I had ever went to the studio. But that's because my homeboy went with me and I felt safe. Plus, it was a long drive to like a good studio. So after that, I was like, yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, I was like, we're going to do this.
Toya Love is here, of course, TrendsetterSense. This is Chosen Journey. So, we're talking about your style in the music. You got the bars and then you have a melodic side. Your hooks are crazy, man. Like, which part is like, what represents you the most? What do you gravitate to? Or like, you just love it all?
I think I love the melodic 60-40 to the like hardcore bars because I just feel like people want that kind of healing frequency and healing music, because everybody's going through things whether they talk about it or they don't, but everybody's going through something. And I just feel like the melodic things, sometimes they like have like a healing kind of vibe about them.
Wow. And it's funny that you said that because I hear that when I listen to your music. It's like I can like your hooks are very like, it's a vibration. Music is a vibration. It's like whatever you're receiving, like that can determine like the frequency that you're gonna be on for that day. And it's funny that you were talking about how you deliver the music and stuff. Like where did that come from melodically? You said from the church or?
Yeah, like the children's choir, where it all started. Little Toya Love on the choir. Yeah, the children's choir. And what's so crazy is I was thinking like, who makes music for the children's choir anymore?
Wow.
They don't even got no music. They barely have a Sunday, but that's another thing. Like, yeah, so I just want to reach that generation. I feel like maybe the melodic things is a part of that. And, my roots in Sunday, choir.
Wow. Toya Love is here, TrendsetterSense. This is Chosen Journey. Talk about being a woman, and what it represents, and representing Jesus. Tell me like the responsibility that you have.
It's such a big responsibility because it's not like just all catchy hooks or dope bars. It's like a responsibility to the gospel, like to make sure you're not going against God's word, to make sure you're accurately representing the Father, And I feel like it's something that I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I carry it. I
Mm.
carry it because God carries me. So he gonna make sure we straight. But like, what a privilege, bro. Like, what a privilege God chose me to
Wow.
do it. You
Wow.
know? Yeah.
Can the burden be heavy sometimes?
It can be when you try to do it yourself. Like, even when you writing a song and you're like, dang, I'm stuck. Like,
Mm.
you're like, oh God, let me just tap in with you. Like, what should I do? And sometimes you haven't lived the song. Like, if a song or a hook or a verse is not done, it's like I haven't lived that yet. Let me just let that sit. And then when you live the moment, it was like, that's what that was for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Tell me, because you post a lot of your posts, you're inspiring people and motivating people. How does Toya get her, like, what fills her tank up so she has the energy to be able to pour out into somebody else?
I think just living a balanced life. Like, I do music, I love music, but I also work out. I also, I'm also in my Bible. And when I just have those times where I feel really down, like I'll listen to a sermon or I'll listen to something that will uplift me. Because a lot of the times, the things that we're searching for, if we go to God about it, He'll show us.
Mm.
He'll definitely show us.
Yeah. Toya Love is here. TrendsetterSense. Talk about what's so funny.
Nothing. Go ahead. You so good.
Talk about the movement. I had Anike on. I had Childlike CC on, and y'all had a song, "Stay Low" remix,
Yeah.
and I see the alliance and how you guys move together and represent each other, and just kind of like talk about the movement of what that is of being a woman and aligning with other women that represent God.
Yeah, like shout out to my sisters out there. Like, man, everybody going hard for the gospel, for the Lord. Like, we know it's so many souls that just wanna they're looking for something. They're looking for more. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for substance in the music, and that's what we do. And everybody just does a great job of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we understand the importance of it, and we understand the importance, and we always try to be there for each other, to support each other and spread the gospel, because everybody has times where they feel down, so
Mm.
you always want to know you got people there to support you and build you up in those
Right.
times, for sure.
Has Toya Love ever had a Job moment? Yeah, I'm going there now. Yes.
Maybe not with my health, but I feel like we all get moments where it's just like you feel isolated, you feel like, dang, like,
Mm.
those times of sadness that you can't explain. I ain't gonna call it depression because I feel like you have to have that for a certain amount of months. But yeah, I've had those down times. I've had those times where I felt like it was just me. You know what I'm saying? But of course, God got me through them. But and I feel like that's what I try to express in my music. Like, every day is not gonna be perfect because you love God. Like, it's not gonna always be flowers and rainbows. I feel like some people give that message like every day is perfect. It's not.
Mm.
Like, you have to go through things.
I know.
You like, I know.
Yeah. Man, no. Like, it can be heavy at times. So
Yeah.
I understand completely. 2025. What's going on?
2025 is all the way up.
It's all the
All
way up.
year.
Break it
All
down.
gas. New music, new EP. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Like, God is really blessing the music. Like, I can't talk about some of it, but just know.
We need a sneak. We need some kind of exclusive. What we
Oh, you
doing?
need it. I'll send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send, because I have some things possibly with the label that may be coming out this summer as well.
Okay.
My own project coming out. Just a lot of exciting things. Just trying to change the city. You know what I'm saying? Touch
Okay.
people.
Who are you listening to right now? Like, driving through and
Who do we listen to? Of course, I listen to all my CHH people for sure. Then I had to have that Donald Lawrence. That you listen to Donald Lawrence.
Mm-mm.
Your
Put me on.
best is yet to come.
Okay.
You know I'm so mad about.
What's that?
Rod Wave remixed that.
Wow.
He remixed the track, and I know you probably heard it because it went viral. And I was like, dang, why I ain't think of that? Literally, it's like your best is yet to come. That's the hook. Like, don't give up. Yeah, they probably heard it, but yeah. Who else am I listening to? Man, I ain't gonna lie. We be Forrest Frank. My baby love Forrest Frank.
Forrest Frank.
Yeah, Forrest Frank all day. Like, we got Hov. We just got everybody. Like, my sisters, like Childlike, Britt, uh, Candace. We just got everything going on. And I love my gospel girl. Kiara Sheard,
Mm-hmm.
her and Kenton Jones for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they kind of was my introduction to Christian hip hop. What Kiara is not really a rapper, but she had some singing where she was kind of like a rapper.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the rise of CHH going to look like?
They got some tough questions. What does the rise look like?
Hot seat.
I think we're experiencing it now. Like, more opportunities are gonna come up. More opportunities are gonna come up. More people are seeing it, and I think people like what we stand for. They like that you're not hearing the same things. Like, I feel like you hear, like, a lot of people say, "Oh man, I turn the radio on. It's the same thing, the same concept." I feel like it's just so much variety in the space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to turn up, but it's the subject matter, like how to deal with this, how to find peace, how to find joy, like, or let's just have fun. Like, girls just want to have fun. So that, and I just think the opportunities are going to keep coming and keep coming. That's why we just have to keep showing up as our best selves for sure.
I got one last question, Toya.
Nervous, not.
Nah, you good. Have you ever faced criticism for the path that you have chosen? And if so, can you give me an example and how you were able to deal with it?
It's so many people that don't even believe in. Well, a lot of people believe in God. Some people don't believe in God. Even less people believe in Jesus. So you wouldn't believe the amount of things that people are like, especially if something goes viral, like outside of the people who listen to your stuff. Because, you know, the people who listen to you, that's always going to be positive. But, oh, Jesus ain't real. This is a fake God. You know what I'm saying? All of that. But that doesn't affect me at all because I know what's up.
You know what's up?
I know what's up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So there was never like a time where like a trial where like you were just being like spiritually attacked, never dealt with it?
Oh, I gotta mention this. Shout out to my mama. But yeah. So my mama, she didn't get this. She didn't understand it. She like, bro, why are you doing this music thing? Like, you need to start a business. You need to be like, what is this? She wasn't feeling it. Till I made Love It Here. Wow. She heard on the radio. Thank you, God. She was like, Toya, you know, you might just make it. You might be okay. I was like, thank you. Like, I cried so hard that day because it's so hard when the people you like with you, they don't see it. And it's like, she gonna pick at me. Like, she gonna say something funny. My family love to joke. They love to joke. They will roast you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just for her to accept it and like love it and be proud of me, that was just like the best thing ever.
That was the breakthrough moment right there.
Yeah. We made it. Shout out to God, because oh my gosh. Yeah.
I get it. Toya Love, thank you so much for coming through. 2025, you're here. It's a lot going on. We outside. and plenty more things to do.
Oh yeah.
Toya Love, you see it. Chosen journey, your boy TrendsetterSense. Let's get it.